Have you ever encountered a situation where your orchid suddenly develops soft, watery spots on its leaves? When you touch them, they feel wet, sometimes even oozing liquid accompanied by a very unpleasant smell. And after just 1 or 2 days, the infected area spreads rapidly to almost the entire leaf. Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel, a place that shares simple orchid care tips for beginners who are new to growing orchids. As you saw at the beginning of the video, this is a very common disease on Phalaenopsis orchids, often called bacterial soft rot. Bacterial soft rot. The disease develops extremely quickly, and if not treated promptly, it can destroy the entire plant in a short time. The main cause often comes from water remaining too long in the leaf axils and crown after watering. When humidity is high but ventilation is lacking, bacteria will have favorable conditions to grow strongly. In particular, the habit of watering in the late afternoon or evening, which prevents the leaves from drying before nightfall, also increases the risk of infection. In addition, scratches or mechanical injuries on the leaves are also gateways for bacteria to invade. To treat this soft rot condition, the first thing you need to do is isolate the infected plant from the other orchid pots as soon as possible. Bacteria can spread very quickly through watering water, tools, or direct contact. Next, use scissors that have been sterilized with alcohol or passed through a flame to ensure they are disinfected. Cut away all of the softened tissue and extend into the healthy tissue by about 1 to 2 centimeters to make sure the entire infected area is removed. When cutting, make firm and gentle movements to avoid bruising the healthy tissue. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Because this orchid is still blooming vigorously, I want to treat it gently with a naturally derived solution to disinfect the entire plant again. I use cinnamon powder because cinnamon has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. First, I put 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder into a clean glass cup. Then add about 500 milliliters of warm water. Warm water helps the active compounds in cinnamon dissolve and release better. I stir well so that the cinnamon powder disperses completely in the water. Then, cover it and let the solution cool completely before using it. After the cinnamon water has completely cooled, I will strain it through a fine sieve or a clean cloth to remove the residue, keeping only the clear cinnamon water. Next, I add about half a teaspoon of a very diluted organic detergent to the solution. When mixed with the cinnamon water, this substance will help the solution adhere more evenly to the surface of the leaves and stem, increasing its contact with the area that needs treatment. I will dilute this solution with 1 liter of clean water to reduce the concentration to a safer level. making the solution gentler on the leaf and root tissues while still maintaining its disinfecting effect and surface cleaning ability. Method 1. Pour the solution into a small cup. Then use a soft cotton pad or a clean cloth to soak up the solution and gently wipe the entire leaves of the orchid. When wiping, clean both the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves, especially paying attention to the leaf axils and the area near the treated cut. Wiping directly like this helps the solution thoroughly contact the leaf surface, supports cleaning any remaining bacteria, and at the same time helps the leaves become more ventilated. Perform the action gently. Avoid rubbing hard because orchid leaves are quite soft and easily damaged. After wiping, place the plant in a dry, well-ventilated area so the leaf surfaces can dry naturally. This method is suitable when the plant has a mild infection or when you want to carefully treat each leaf one by one. Method 2. Pour the solution into a fine mist spray bottle. Adjust the nozzle so that the water comes out as a fine mist. Then spray evenly over the entire foliage of the orchid. When spraying, keep an appropriate distance so the solution evenly covers both the upper and lower leaf surfaces and the leaf axils. These are places where bacteria easily exist. Avoid spraying too strongly, which may cause water to accumulate in the crown of the plant. You can also use this solution as a preventive mist spray for all the plants in the garden. When sprayed periodically at a diluted concentration, the solution will help clean the leaf surfaces, limit the growth of harmful bacteria and fungi, especially in hot and humid weather. However, it should only be sprayed at a preventive level once every 7 to 10 days and ensure the garden is always well ventilated. Avoid spraying when the weather is too humid or late in the evening to prevent prolonged moisture on the leaves. Proactive disease prevention will help the other orchids stay healthier and reduce the risk of spread when one plant shows signs of infection. Method 3. At the position where the infected tissue has just been cut away, I will use pure cinnamon powder to sprinkle and fully coat the entire cut surface. Cinnamon powder has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, helping to quickly dry the wound surface, limit bacteria from re-entering, and prevent the rot from spreading further. At the same time, the layer of cinnamon powder also forms a temporary protective layer, helping the cut stabilize better in the first days after treatment. After applying cinnamon, do not water directly onto the cut surface during the first few days. Place the plant in a dry, airy location so the wound can dry and callus quickly. When the cut has completely dried, the plant will gradually recover and continue to grow normally. Always pay attention to every small change in the orchids in your garden. By carefully observing the leaf color, the root system, or the firmness of the stem, you will soon recognize whether the plant is healthy or encountering a problem so you can handle it promptly. When cared for properly, the orchid will respond with tall flower spikes, plump buds, and vibrant, captivating colors. The beauty of orchids lies not only in their colors, but also in their refinement, resilience, and elegance over time. What do you think about this orchid care method? If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and follow to update more effective plant care tips.